Missiles rolled as jets screamed, warships tightened their noose. China's drills around Taiwan are growing sharper and more dangerous. Washington is shrugging, but Tokyo is watching with rising alarm. Our next story brings you all the action and the anxieties.
The pressure is relentless. The roar came at dawn. Missiles streaking over the waters near Taiwan. China unleashed Justice Mission 2025, its latest and fiercest show of force. Destroyers, frigates, bombers, all on the move. Over 24 rockets launched in quick succession, sending a booming sound reverberating across the sky. The message is unmistakable: encirclement, blockade, control.
Taiwan is an inalienable part of China's territory, and the military drills carried out by the PLA serve as a strong punishment for Taiwan's separatist forces who seek secession through military buildup, and is a necessary move to defend national sovereignty and territorial integrity.
Taipei calls it an intimidation campaign, not an exercise. Its radar screens lit up with readings: 130 PLA aircraft, 14 Navy ships, multiple Coast Guard vessels. The island remains alert as war drills rage north, south and east. Taiwan's defense officials condemn Beijing's provocations, asserting that China's drill was not able to blockade the island.
This targeted military exercise does not only intimidate Taiwan, it severely impacts international aviation safety. According to data released by the Civil Aviation Administration, the number of flights that were affected today numbered 941 flights.
But while Taipei held its breath, Donald Trump stayed unmoved, brushing off China's live-fire drills as routine.
Well, I have a great relationship with President Xi, and he hasn't told me anything about it. I certainly have seen it, but he hasn't told me anything about it, and I don't believe he's going to be doing it.
Does it worry you?
No, nothing worries me.
But
nothing.
Across the Pacific, Japan didn't share that calm. The drills come close on the heels of the Japanese Prime Minister's remarks that Tokyo could intervene militarily in a crisis over Taiwan. As the world watches the geopolitical chess match, the tactical reality on the ground is shifting towards a flashpoint. Taipei remains on high alert, watching the horizon with bated breath, because Taiwan fears it never knows when the drills could turn into an actual Chinese invasion. Bureau Report, WION. World is one.
Mr. Paul Huang is a research fellow with Taiwan Public Opinion Foundation, journalist writing on East Asia and Taiwan. He's now joining us live from Taipei. Mr. Huang, thank you very much for your time. There was a report by the New York Times days ago that stated China is preparing to win a war by brute force in 2027. What's your view on that report? And if that is true, how is Taipei preparing for such an eventuality?
Well, I think this latest exercise shows that China is not only preparing, it's also trying to prove that it can launch a direct and very comprehensive attack on Taiwan. It's also trying to prove it has a range of other options, such as the blockade, shippings, around Taiwan. Today, I mean that it seems to indicate that they have the capability to cause this kind of disruption, put the kind of political pressure on Taiwan, short of launching a total war. And even if they decided to go with a total full-scale war, it is trying to prove that it can done so in a very quick and decisive way to give us as little time as possible to other countries, for example, the United States, to less extent Japan, to intervene, because if they can destroy a significant part of the military in a very short period of time, it could very well capitulate Taiwan's will to fight. And the political leadership might be forced to see a ceasefire or a surrender before the reinforcement or intervention from the United States arrive. And I think, yes.
Mr. Huang, Taipei has condemned China's intimidation. A month ago, China condemned Japan's plan to station missiles on an island close to your country, Taiwan. In your view, how is the tension between these three nations, including yours, Japan, and China, going to play out in 2026?
The Japan Prime Minister, Sanai Takeichi, she ignited a diplomatic storm in November when she said that if China initiates force against Taiwan, it might cause what's called the survival-threatening situation for Japan, which might be an excuse might be a justification for Japan to use its self-defense force to intervene in the conflict. China didn't take that well at all, because it has always been their position that the Taiwan affair is part of China's business and other countries shouldn't intervene. But we know that for Japan, any such war exports and import is supply of energies and food. A lot of it came from the south, through either the Taiwan Strait or the Philippine Sea. So if a war happened around Taiwan, it will be huge for Japan, not just in terms of its relation with China, but its basic survival. Because if war goes on for a long time, it will disrupt shipping to Japan.
Okay.
And so, yes.
All right, Mr. Huang, thank you very much for your time and for talking to us today.
Thank you for having me.